What is up, everybody? I'm back, and today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to teach you guys how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Now, you may have asked yourself, how the crap do people solve these things? Well, it's 5 simple steps, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So, if you have a Rubik's Cube, then, well, obviously you probably do, because if you didn't, you probably wouldn't be looking up this video. But, anyways, there's 5 simple steps to do this, and, I'm going to need to, what's the word? I don't know. But I'm going to show you what sides will be labeled with what letter, because you're going to need to be orientated before you try to solve this thing. So there's 6 sides. So there's one on the top, another one on the bottom, and then 4 on the sides. And they consist of the colors white, yellow, red, orange, green, and blue. So and there's 9 pieces on every side. So let's see. We're gonna use capital letters to label each side. So, like, for instance, the top, you could label it with a T, but I normally label it with a U because that's the way that I learned. It stands for up, for like the up face, and then F for front, B for back, R for right, L for left, and D for down. That's the way I learned. You could label them with whatever letters you want, whichever is easier for you guys to memorize. But so I'll get this thing scrambled up, and we'll start. Okay, so here we go. The cube is scrambled, and we'll start solving this thing. But the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to choose a color as your home base, for instance, or as a color that you want to solve first. I'm going to solve white, but you can choose whatever color you want. But if you want to learn easier, I'd choose white because it sticks out from any of the other colors. So you hold the white on top, and the way that you'll know which side is the white side is these little middle pieces right here are called centerpieces, and they can't move no matter what. So, like, if you did this, you're like, oh yeah, it moved, but not really. What you actually did was you moved this piece over here and this piece over here. So you look at the centerpieces, and that will determine what side is which. So this would be the white side, red side, blue side, orange side, green side, and the yellow side. And then there are 4 edge pieces on every side. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So each side is going to consist of 1 centerpiece, 4 edge pieces, and 4 corners. So you're going to need to solve the edges first on whatever side you choose. But for this video, we're going to be doing white, or whatever you want to do. But if you want to follow the video, because if this is your first time solving, then I'd recommend choosing the same side as me, so that you know what I'm talking about. So this is the white side, and you want to find an edge piece that has white on it and a different color. So, like right here, this is white and green. The white is already matched. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn the top however many times it takes until you find the green piece, which is right here, the green center. So then you have this little line thing going on, and you want to do that with all 4 edges on just the top. So there's the green one. We just did that. So let's find the orange one. Here it is. Now the white's on the side. So in order for this piece to get moved here, you're going to need to move the right side clockwise or up, whatever you want to do, or whatever you want to call it. And then once you have done that, your white piece will be aligned with the orange center. So then you can just move the face, or the front, counterclockwise. And there, you have white on top. And you say, well, what happened to the green piece? Well, when we moved this, the green piece is back here. So all you have to do is just move this back down. And there you go. You have 2 of them done. So now we're going to do the blue one. You're going to look around. Here's the blue one. Now you're like, well, you can't just move this to the top and then move it to the blue side, because that just jacked up everything else you did, and the colors flipped. So that's not what you're going to do. The blue piece is right here. what you're actually going to do is just spin the bottom until you find the side that's blue. And then you can either move to the right or to the left. It doesn't matter. But since the white is on the front, you're going to need to flip the piece over so that the blue is matching with the blue instead of the white being flipped with the blue. So you can move it to the right side or the left side, but I'm going to move it to the right because it's just easier. So then once you have this piece over here, you don't want to lose track of it. The orange right here, this is already aligned. So you're just going to turn the right side clockwise or up, whichever one you want to call it. So now you have the white piece on the side and blue's aligned. So then when you do that, turn the front counterclockwise, and that will match your blue, and then move the right side back down. So now you have your orange. And now you're going to do the red and white. This is the easiest case to do. It's already on the bottom and the color's already in the correct orientation. So you're just going to need to spin the bottom until it's aligned. And then all you have to do is spin that face 180 degrees. And there you go. You have a white cross done. And that's what you want. You're going to solve your white cross first, and then you're going to do your corners. And what a lot of people do when they're trying to solve this is they're just going to put the white on top. They try to solve each side individually, and that's not what you do. So now that you have your white cross done, you'll see that on every side you have this little line. And that's good because you want these colors to be orientated with that piece and white on the top, because that's how you're going to solve your first layer. So let's find a corner piece. Here is one that has white on it, and it's red, white, and blue. Now, it's already on the top. Corners are going to be a bit of confusion for solving this for like your first time, but after you do it multiple times, you should be able to get the hang of it. And also, I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video, a good way to memorize these moves or algorithms that we're going to have to learn in order to solve this cube, it'd be easier to get a piece of paper and a pencil or pen to write down the algorithms and study them as you go along. So there's a piece right here. You want it to be right here because it's red, white, and blue, and then there's red, there's white, and there's blue. So this piece needs to go here, but you can't just turn it like that because one, the white's not on the top, and you messed up this piece. So in order to get this piece over there, just turn the face clockwise, turn the bottom any way you want to get the piece out of the way. You can move it over here, or you can move it over here. But then, if you were to move it to the left, and then move your piece back up, it'd be upside down. And you don't really want that. You can still solve it that way, but it's just harder. You have to do more moves in order to get it up there. So if you move it to the right after you bring the piece down, the white will be on the side. So then you can turn the bottom until your red, white, and blue piece is under where it needs to go. So red, white, and blue. And here's the piece. So you're going to turn the bottom to the left because white is on the front. So that when you move the piece to the left, it'll be out of the way, and you can move your right side down. And then move the bottom back, and then move it back up. And you would have aligned your first corner piece. So here's another one. This one is red, white, and green. This piece needs to go here. So like we did before, you want to put it under where it needs to go. This time, instead of the white piece being on the front, it's on the right side. So instead of turning it to the left and bringing it down like we did, the color would be flipped, and you don't want that. So when it's on the right side, move the right down, which will move your white piece from here to here. And then move the bottom piece back to under where it needs to go, where it would have originally needed to go. And then move the right side back up, and there's your second piece. Now, this may be confusing, and you may need to go back and watch it, but it just becomes more familiar with you when you just do it multiple times. It's good to practice corners before you try to solve the whole cube, because then you'll be like, well, oh, that's simple. This piece will need to go here, and then you just, yeah, I'm losing you guys. So, we'll just find another white piece. Here's one. This one is white, orange, and blue. So turn the bottom under where the piece needs to go, because for corner pairing it needs to be in the bottom layer. Okay, so now this time the white is on the bottom. And this is what I was telling you before. If the piece is on the bottom, you have to do more moves in order to solve it. So if it's on the bottom, and you got to put it under where it needs to go. So white, blue, and orange, and that's what's on this piece. So hold it under where it needs to go. Turn the right side down, which will move your piece over here. Turn the bottom twice in any direction. And then move your right side back up. And now you'll see that instead of the piece being under here, it's over here. And the white is on the front, but it's on the left side. And it's not under where it needs to go. So move the bottom to where under needs to go. So white, blue, and orange. And that's under where it needs to go, right here. So now it's on the right side, just like we did before. So you move your right side down, move the bottom back, and then move it up. And there you go. And you can see how this is coming together. Now you have one more piece. So we'll look all around the cube. It's down here. So put it under where it needs to go. It's on the bottom again. So move the right side down. The piece will be back here. Move the bottom in any direction. I'll move it in the other direction just to show you that it doesn't matter. Now move the right side back up. And there's your piece. So put it under where it needs to go. And there you go. It's already on the right side now. So then down and back and up. Just run that through your head. And then you'll start to memorize it. So there you go. You've solved your first layer. And then you see how you've got this whole thing aligned. And it's matched with this side. So that's what you want. You got miniature little T's. So now that you have the white side done, flip your cube upside down. So now the white is on the bottom. Now you're going to find these edge pieces that don't have yellow on them, because you're going to be solving the yellow side last. So here's one, and it's already aligned. You want to make a giant full T, see? And this has got blue and orange. The color's kind of coming off, but you can see that there's a little bit of blue on it still. So now that you would have this aligned, let's say if it was like over here, you just need to align it so you have a T. So now that you have this, you're going to look either down here or down here. And this is orange, so it needs to come down here because this is the orange side. So after you make your T, this is where the first algorithm is going to have to come in. So if you got that paper and your pencil, then write this down. Hold the cube so that the T is facing you, and that the color that is not, or the color that is not the same as the centerpiece is on the top. And this needs to go to the left side. So the first algorithm is going to be U prime. And when I say prime, it means counterclockwise. And if I don't say prime, it means clockwise. So that would be a U, and that would be a U prime. See how if it were a clock, it'd be moving clockwise and counterclockwise. So it'd be U prime, L prime, U, L prime, U, F, U prime, F prime. And now the color that was originally up here, or the piece that was right here, is now down here, and it is matched with the centerpieces. So now here's the red and the green. So turn the top until the green is aligned with this center. There it is. And it needs to go to the left again. So we're going to do the same exact algorithm that we just did. So U prime, L prime, U, L prime, U, F, U prime, F prime. And there you go. It's already in it's now in its spot. So now you have one right here and one right there. So now you have to do the blue and red, and the green and the or the green and orange. Yeah, and this piece is already right here, but we'll do this last because it's a bit complicated. I'll show you in a second. So here's the next piece, blue and red. Turn the top until the red is matching its piece, or the edge is matching its center. And it needs to go to the left side again. So, we're going to do it again. U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. And now I'm realizing that I'm pretty sure I gave you the wrong move in one of them. I did 2 L primes instead of an L. I was calling this L prime, but it's actually an L. So on the second L prime that I said a second ago, just change it to a regular L. Okay, so now we have this piece. Now when I was first learning to solve a cube, when I came across this, I was like, crap, I don't know how to do this. And there wasn't a whole lot of videos that showed how to do this. So when I came across this, I'm like, well, crap, that's unsolvable. So I would just mix the cube up again and try go again. And it took me so long until I saw a video. I was like, well, if this piece is like this, just do it once and then do it again. And I tell you, I felt really stupid after I saw that. So it's actually right here. So what you're actually going to do is, since it's on the left side, it could be on the right side or the left side. But you just choose any edge piece up here. These all have yellow on them, but it's fine. You're going to be moving it back up to the top in a second. So you just choose any edge piece and do the move that we just did, or the algorithm. So U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. See, now, this piece that was up here is now in this spot. And that would originally mix up your cube and would make it unsolvable. But actually, that's what people would try to tell you. But now that you have this piece down here, the piece that was flipped down here is now up here. Because you pushed one of the edge pieces down there, forcing the other one out. It may sound complicated, but hey. What you really need to know is, oh, my piece is out of that spot, so now I can just solve it like any other piece. Trying to make it easy for you. So now, align your either orange and the green piece with its center, right here. And you'll just do it again. U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, F, U prime, F prime. And there's your piece. Now, I didn't give an example of sometimes how you could have to do it on the right side. So I'm just going to do it and put a piece in there and show you how to do it. Oh, wait a second. I'll come back with it in there. Okay, so now I have another piece down here. Here's your piece. You align it with this center, and this time we're going to do it on the right side. So, you're just going to do the same exact algorithm pretty much, except it's the mirror version. So, every move is just reversed. So, like if it were over here, you do a U prime first. You're not, because it's on the right side, you're actually going to do a U. Because you want to move the piece that is up here away from where it needs to go. So if it's on the right side, you're moving it to the left, which you'd have to do a clockwise. If it were on the left side, you'd be going to the right, which would be a counterclockwise. So, after you have it aligned with its center, you'll put it on the right side, is where it needs to go. So, you're going to do U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. Now, I was kind of moving the cube up here and everything, but you probably heard me. So now you have the middle layer solved. So you have your white side done, the first layer, and your second layer. And you're probably getting pretty excited because this is probably the furthest you've ever gotten. So now we have to do the final and last layer, which is yellow for me. It'd be a different color if you chose, say for blue for instance, to solve first. It'd be green. But I chose white, so it'd be yellow. So after you solve the second layer, you're going to end up with one of three cases. You're either going to have a dot, which would just be the yellow center, an L, like I have. It looks like just a 2x2 square, but the corners don't count. We're only talking about edges. So you have an L. It could be like over here or down here, but if you had that, you'd be able to tell. It's like, oh, well, I got an L. You want to put it in the top left. So, or you'd get a line. And also with a dot, you could have like the centerpiece and then one other edge, but that still counts as a dot. So this next algorithm, you'd have to perform depending on what you have. If you had a dot, you'd have to do it 3 times. If you have an L, like I do, you have to have it twice. And if you had a line, you do it once. Because if you have a dot, you do the algorithm and it'd give you an L. When you get an L, you do the algorithm and it'd give you a line. And then when you have a line, you do the algorithm and it'd give you your full cross. Because you want to solve your cross first, just like you did the white side. So I have an L. So this is the algorithm. F, R, U, R prime, U prime, wait, sorry, nope, U, F prime. Ah, crap. Well, I was jinxing myself there. I mixed myself up, but I probably got you screwed up like this too. But I'll just come back with it back in its spot. So, sorry for that. I was jinxing myself. And your cube may be mixed up now, and you're like, well, crap, that guy is a piece of junk. He mixed me up. Well, your edge piece and your corner should just be up here somewhere. Mine was right here. I'll show you. That's where mine was. And all I had to do was move this side up, move it clockwise, and move it down. And then it still kept everything that was down here. And now I actually have my cross, but like I said before, if you have the dot, do it 3 times. If you have the L, do it twice. And the line, you do it once. But I'll just say the full algorithm because I got you guys mixed up. The algorithm is F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. So that's the algorithm. Sorry if I got you confused. And if you had the L, you put it in the top left. If you had the line, hold it horizontal. So after you do that, you should have your cross. And what you're wanting to do then is you're going to look at the edges. Me, I actually already have them all matched, which is a very lucky case, but I'll unmatch them so I will show you guys what it looks like most of the time. So now, you look at your edges, for instance, you'd be like, well, you want 1 matched and 3 unmatched. Like this, you have your cross, you're going to look at the color that's below each edge. Sorry, I had a hiccup there. And so this is green and it's matched. So I'd have 1 matched and 3 unmatched. So that would be orange and red. That's unmatched. Orange and blue, unmatched. And blue and red. That is unmatched. So now I have this one edge that's right here. So I solve my cube a little differently than some people. So I do it the easier way. So if you're watching this video, you're going to get a little twist on it, and you're going to be able to solve it probably about 20 to 30 seconds faster than you originally would. So you're going to look at the edge. I have 1 matched. You want to hold that edge facing you. So I have one right here. The algorithm you're going to want to learn is R, U, R prime, U, R, U2. And when I say 2, you just move it twice, and then move that back down. So now, what it did was, it cycled these 3 other edges. So you're going to do it again. This one stayed because it was facing you. When it's facing you and you're doing it, these three edges are getting swapped in a clockwise rotation. So you do it one more time. R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And now our edges are matched. And that's good, because now you only have to do your corners. So there you go. If you were to hold the cube like this, you'd be like, oh dude, check it out, I saw my cube. But you didn't. It looks pretty good, but it's not. So now you're gonna have to have one corner matched and three that are not matched, just like your edges. I have one right here that's matched. This isn't, and this isn't. So hold that corner that is matched in the bottom right, or it'd be the top right if you're looking at it like this, but if you're looking at the yellow side, because that's what you're facing, it'd be the bottom right. So hold this piece right here. I'm going to do this one algorithm. U, R, U prime, L prime, U, R prime, U prime, L. And now it will cycle your other three corners, so you do it again. U, R, U prime, L, U, R prime, U prime, L. And now your other three corners are in their correct places, but they're not cycled correctly. This one is because yellow's on the top, but these ones you can see that yellow is not on top. So this is the last step, and there's only one more algorithm you're going to need to learn. So hold the first incorrect corner in the top right, like you would with the other algorithm that was matched, but hold it over here. And you want this piece to be swapped, or like flipped, orientated incorrectly. So this piece would be right here. So you're going to hold it like this and go R prime, D prime, R, D. That's the whole algorithm, except you have to do it a couple times in order for it to be completely cycled. This will all get mixed up, but don't worry about it. Just as long as you keep the cube facing you as you did when you started, it'll just resolve itself. So then you do it again, R prime, D prime, R, D. That's correctly matched now. Spin the top to where then your next one is in the same spot as you started. R prime, D prime, R, D. Do it again, R prime, D prime, R, D. Spin the top again. Your last incorrectly orientated piece will be right here. And now all this will be resolved after you do this. R prime, D prime, R, D, R prime, D prime, R, D. And now you'll see that this is all matched again. And now everything up here is matched. Spin the top, and there you go. There's your cube. It's now completely solved. So I hope this helped you. The corners up here may be swapped differently. It may not be on the front, it may be on the side, but you just do it multiple times until it solves itself. But I hope this helped you guys, and be sure to like this, comment on it, tell me what kind of videos you guys want to see, and tell your friends about it, and now go show this off to your friends, guys. So thanks for watching.